engineers, architects, and planners. Obviously, as we look at the numbers as we go forward, we'll realize that this is a very minuscule component if we are likely to harbor any aspirations of achieving the staggering requirement for real estate over the next 10 years. Now let's look at the supply, let's look at the supply side. So as on date, we have about 533,000 civil engineers. And in terms of the incremental increase every year, we are adding 27,000 civil engineers a year. So that's the total supply that is coming up. Now, what is the average demand as on date is about 4 million civil engineers, and that is really what is going to be required. Assuming, we were doing 4 million civil engineers were coming out, then there wouldn't be a demand-supply gap. But the fact is that the actual supply is only about 600,000. And so really, by 2020, if the numbers, if supply is not augmented, there's going to be a shortfall of about 39.4 million civil engineers in this country. I'm not going to dwell into other aspects about the fact that, in our country, there are lots of specialized skill sets that are currently missing. So, whether it's, quantity surveying, whether it's cost management, whether it's facilities management, and there are lots of very specialized skills, which are available internationally, but those aren't available here. So architects, civil engineers pretty much end up doing a number of very specialized disciplines, and that's an area that I think that will have to be addressed by the academia as we kind of go forward. Looking at total number of architects, this number could be, I think Dr. Jain mentioned about 65,000, but our numbers might be, tell us that the Council of Architects have about 49,000 registered architects with them. Only 3,800 are being added every year. Against an annual demand of 396,000 architects. Which will mean that if this, again, supply does not keep, the amount of supply coming out of academia does not keep pace with demand, this number is likely to again move to about 3.6 million professionals by 2020. Let's look at planners. We've got more than close to 6,000 towns in this country. Total supply as on date, the total number of planners working in the country is 16,000. That's the total number till date. How many do we add every year? 616. If you look at what is the annual requirement, it's about 119,000 over the next 10 years. That's the number that needs to be added every year. Considering, the fact that planning has always been a huge issue as far as this country is concerned, because we've always taken more reactive steps rather than proactive steps. And again, part of it is linked to the actual supply of planners coming into the country. As a result, because you don't have core sector professionals, there are professionals like us who come from non-real estate backgrounds, who have worked in real estate and have pretty much learned on the job, which is good in a way, but which isn't ideal. Again, so really in terms of non-core professionals, which are management professionals or chartered accountants or lawyers, again, large requirement. 663,000 is the requirement. Are the numbers as on date. That's likely to go up to 790,000 by 2020. And again, the numbers are there for chartered accountants, lawyers, and other skills. It's all there in the report, so I'm not going to dwell too much on the non-core professionals. But, this landscape is important. I think this is something that I highlighted, whether it's valuers, whether it's planners, whether it's engineers, whether it's architects. There are many sub-specializations that exist, and I guess, there is a requirement for focusing on developing some of these skills, and that's the area that the RICS is committed to addressing. And that's really where I'm looking at this forum as a platform for us to actually look at working with CREDAI in terms of saying, CREDAI is doing some fantastic work on the non-core, on the workers side. I think our focus is more the core professionals in getting more academia to set up more courses, setting standards in terms of curriculum, in terms of creating the know-how, getting best practices in different areas, and then, creating a lot of specialized courses in a number of these areas to ensure that, we're able to address the needs of the industry. So that's the area that, we'd like to work very closely with CREDAI on. I talked about specialized skills, so there are, in terms of quantity surveying itself, 3-4 years back, I thought everything used to be done by architects. So all cost estimations were done by architects, which is not bad. But what I'm saying is there is a specific requirement and a lot more demand for quantity surveying as a profession. I looked at the numbers, as on date, there's a requirement of about 70,000 professionals, and that number is likely to go up to 97,000 by 2020. again, whether it's valuers, whether it's facilities managers, the numbers are, this is a great career opportunity for a lot of professionals. And the more professionals that come into the sector, the better it is going to be from the point of view of delivery and also from the point of view of creating more, more competition. And more competition is always good because, it's just enhancing standards within the industry. But obviously, just focusing on specialized skills, we do need sustainable planning, we do need sustainable engineering, we do need sustainable architecture. These are specializations in themselves. So, our focus is going to be to work on creating some of these specializations and working with academia and through the RICS itself. And the numbers are there in the report, so I'm not going to dwell on the report, on the numbers, but we'll be more than happy to share this with, all participants at the forum, at the convention. But just summing up, really, what is the requirement? 95 billion square feet is what should be built over the next 10 years, given everything that should happen. What is the requirement in terms of what is this likely demand-supply gap that is likely to happen for core sector professionals is likely to be 44 million if the current supply trends continue. And I think that's the important thing that I wanted to emphasize through the report, and that's really why we commissioned this report. And I think it's important. I'm not going to dwell on the fact that what the challenges are. I mean, finding good people is a challenge, and that's definitely an area that we all need to kind of work together towards addressing. But just summing up, obviously we are working very closely with academia, trying to get more universities to set up more courses at the bachelor's and master's level. We ourselves are focused on trying to create more education. We've launched a number of specialized programs to try and create the skilled manpower. We're doing lots of specialized workshops. There is something, we're just doing on, industrialized mass housing techniques, and something that we're doing in December, which is again, wherein again, which is a forum. At the end of the day, that offtake has to happen by CREDAI members because they're the ones who are building India. So in that sense, our focus is going to be to get those good practices into the country and, try and disseminate, this knowledge. But just the fact that I think we all need to collaborate. I think that's the key message that I'd like to talk about. Whether it's CREDAI, whether it's RICS, we're all looking at creating transparency, standards, professionalism within the industry. And if that's the objective, we need to combine this with what academia is producing to make sure that academia is producing more people who are meeting the needs of the industry. And that's really the message that I wanted to convey. Thank you so much.